Hello, beautiful ones, and welcome to this week Multidimensional Lightworker Show. So I hope you're doing fine, and I would like to welcome you. I'm just reading the comments, so feeling the love vibes today. Wonderful. So you know that I'm using the platform StreamYard to go live most of the time. So it means that unless you give StreamYard the permission to use your name, you will appear to me like as a Facebook user. If you give your authorization, then you will get your name and your little Facebook profile picture. So hello, everyone. Hello, Melinda. And again, you just have to connect. In the description, there's the Zoom link, streamyard.com/Facebook. Welcome. I want to welcome also all the new members as we are now live on YouTube, on my Facebook professional page, but also in our open community. So if you want to join the community, let me know. We will put the link, or all you have to do is type Abundant and Leading Lightworker. There's over 100 activations there. If not, just wherever you are, continue to follow me there. So welcome to everyone. And today we're going to talk about rising your expanding intuitive powers. I should say, I'm going to say that again, rising with your expanding intuitive powers, meaning how do you evolve, grow, expand personally, and also intuitively, as everything around us is also rising and shifting in energy. So it's important to really differentiate the two energies, which one are yours and which ones are the collective energies. So we will go through the different topics and the different energies around that theme today. And we will start, of course, with a group opening activation. So you can receive the information through an energetic lens, more than just your mind trying to decipher and understand everything. You will find out that there's a lot of also energetic updates that will come through today's channeled, or I should say more the transmission that we will share today, as we had a channeling and transmission earlier today with my student in the Multidimensional Lightworker community, and it was all about pretty much what is happening to Gaia, what is happening to cosmic energies around you, and how it's affecting us. There's something again that is indeed happening. So I will very, very quickly add some details about that, because it will impact the way we expend our energy as well. And if you're joining me for the first time, I'm Natalie. I am the host of this show. I am the host of the different pages you're on. And I'm here to help you, lightworkers, to raise your vibration so you can really activate your intuitive powers to a level where you feel completely aligned with life, with your soul purpose, and you feel that you can heal yourself. You feel that you can bring healing and guidance to others. And that's it. Completely excited by the experience of being a light worker. All right, so are we ready, guys, to just slowly enter a meditative state so you can receive information from a spiritual point of view instead than a mental point of view? All right, we do this? All right, so let's close your eyes right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely until no more breath, like a big, big sigh of letting go, a big. Let's do this 2 more times until no more breath in your lungs. Let's do this. So use your powerful imagination to create images in your mind. And remember, it doesn't matter how you see things and feel things. Today's experience is unique and based on your own vibration. You will receive, you will channel energy beyond the words that are being shared today, so you can recalibrate yourself to a frequency where you feel aligned with life, you feel aligned with your own evolution, and you feel that you're flowing perfectly at the right pace, on the right track, doing exactly what you're supposed to do, manifesting a reality that is uplifting, exciting, and that not only brings more clarity to your multidimensionality, but also is somehow radiating an energy that others can read. And this energy that others can read will be integrated in their own field of energy so they can unlock their magic. So it becomes the kind of virus we all want to share. This kind of multi-dimensional virus that holds the cosmic and universal energies and data that we can all share, redistribute, as it holds a truth we need to remember us all. So feel that connection with your higher self. Feel that connection with your earth body. Feel that connection with your heart center, with your emotions, with your mind that is actually stepping back as we speak. So your heart center can expand, and you might be invited to simply expand your chest as if you were opening up your torso, your chest, to let in more energy, to take more room with that part of your body. You are right now opening your heart center. And allow your mind to take a break, dream, while the rest of your system takes over for the period of our connection today. You may decide to keep your eyes closed during the conversation if you want to, as this conversation might ignite some visions, some sensations that could activate you in a deeper way, or at least that would give you the opportunity to observe that activation from a deeper, focused way. If not, you're free to open your eyes if you want to. Today, we're talking about rising with your expanding intuitive energy and how to manifest clarity as your soul mission evolves. So I'm probably going to repeat myself by saying that energies are evolving, and we are evolving through cosmic and even Gaia's energy. It's just we're all connected. So if one rises, we all do. If one is hurting or is left behind, we all feel pulled back a little bit. And when I say we, well, it can be a member of your family, it can be a friend, but it could be a community, it could be a territory. So we're all like moving, rocking up and down through the awakening process. So this morning in my membership program, and some of you were live today, and don't worry, for those who have access to it, you will be able to replay it. We really channeled some interesting information. And if you have questions around that, feel free to ask them while I'm here. They were pretty much talking about what Gaia is going through. They were pretty much talking about the kind of gravity change in a lot of planets, and the pulse and the power and the energy that each planet is projecting outward, and that either brings other planets closer or further. There's kind of a a game of push-pull energetically in our galaxy, and our planet is doing her own thing through that whole process. So Gaia is being rocked a lot lately. And of course, you can see that on her surface, and it's impacting, of course, our moods, our physicality, how our body's reacting, and of course, it does impact also our intuitive awakening. It is accelerated, and it will continue to accelerate. But this time it's accelerated not only because humans are ready and light workers are ready for this, but Gaia is ready for it. Gaia is setting the tone now. Gaia is setting the tone by saying, I am changing myself. I have decided that I'm going to change the rotation of my core. So I will impact not only the electromagnetic energy I share to the surface, receive back from cosmic energies, and then that kind of dance between all the energies around and within Earth, but I will impact you along the way. So I'm changing, and because your feet are touching my skin, you are changing too. So it activates everything. Not only usually we think that the awakening process is a conscious choice of actions, what you decide to read, what kind of workshop are you going to take in order to elevate your awareness about, your multidimensionality and all the gifts you are meant to express. Usually we think that it's a mental decision. I decide to follow my soul mission, my soul purpose by taking those actions. At this point, everything becomes blurred. At this point, everything can stimulate your desire to upgrade yourself, which will lead to actions. But everything can be an activating entry point into your reality. Anything. It could be today's short conversation. It could be the masterclass. Oh my God, the masterclass was this masterclass will be offered as a short little course. It's rich in itself. It's full of information. So that, but it could also be you go on a trip and suddenly, bang, I don't know, a vision, an experience, an interaction, something that is usually not in your everyday life triggers you, and that's it. Or it could be just Gaia, what Gaia does. She's moving so much. She's doing so much stuff that you wake up one morning, if you can fall asleep, and you realize that, oh, I feel different. I think different. So right now, anything can trigger an upgrade, everything. And it's not just you deciding to be at one place at a certain time, anything. Sometimes you will be aware of the upgrade. Sometimes you will feel it and understand it a little bit further in time. But to rise as all the energies around you are evolving, it still requires you to be aware of one thing. It's to monitor yourself. I mean, you can, of course, it is a process that is happening anyway. So I'm just going to have some water. I'm sorry. So the best way to upgrade yourself with a conscious understanding of what's happening, which will intensify the upgrades you have experienced, is to observe every shift within you and how your body's responding one morning to another, one night to another, how your emotions are. Are they very triggered, very sensitive, very fluctuating a lot? And note if there's anything that is a little bit different in the way you behave, how you respond to other people's comments too. And yes, of course, it can be hormonal, it can be cyclical, it can be linked to the weather, it can be linked to a trauma, of course. But I'm talking about a reality where you are and nothing drastic or nothing disturbing is happening in your life. You feel that your life is pretty much linear, and still you feel shifts happening within you. Again, the list of possible shifts is immense. By really stopping and analyzing is not the right term. Stopping and observing what is happening within you is already sending a clear sign to your higher self that, oh, I received your message. I'm processing now. I'm processing now. Why don't we close our eyes and do this? I'm processing now. Whatever we're receiving right now, whatever I receive right now, consciously or not, I process now. I process and integrate now so I can allow upgrades to easily come through and manifest in my reality. So because we will be bombarded with constant upgrades, it will mean that your body, it will mean that your mind needs to follow along. It means that it's not time to tell yourself, not now, come back later. You can. Actually, you have free will. You can even deny an upgrade and say, I'm not even interested. Not that it will disappear, but it will be dormant until you're ready. The thing, though, is when you accept an upgrade, when you observe it and accept it, even though you're not too sure what is going to unlock in the next days, you are setting yourself for more upgrades, more frequently, more rapidly, more profound, more rich in content, and so on. So you participate in the accelerated energetic upgrades humanity and Earth are going through by your ability to transmute them, but accept them first. By saying, yeah, I'm aware. It is happening. I see it. I sense it. I'm not denying it. I'm observing it. I'm writing about it. I'm talking about it. Very important for light workers to share their experiences, whatever platform you want to use. So by doing so, you automatically invite more updates to come through. So rising with the external energies, with the other energies, is simply seeing yourself grow while Earth is growing, while the community of light workers is growing as well, and see how you move through those energies. And don't try to compare yourself with anyone else. Don't try to ask somebody. You can, but don't rely on somebody's perception of your awakening process. Just be in the process. It won't stop. It won't stop. What we channeled earlier today in the membership was 2025 as a plateau where we're going to have a few months of a calm, where all the light workers who will have worked seriously in their awakening process, elevating their frequency, doing all the work, sharing their gifts, and being excited about it, it seems that we will feel some kind of moment where we will rejoice everything we worked hard for, meaning that we will see the total benefits and we will manifest massively, manifest grandly what we have felt we needed in order to feel that, okay, that's it. I have a little bit of a calm time right now, and you will benefit. You will receive benefits from everything you have worked. So it will feel like you found some kind of stability, linear stability, until the next exponential level. But until then, and again, energies can change anytime, but until then, allow everything around you and within you to shift. Allow. Don't hold on anymore. It's over. It's really over. I mean, we see all the people and all the leaders who are still hanging on, or maybe, company owners, and they're holding on to a way that felt comfortable, because even though it was not perfect, we're used to it. So it's time now for you to welcome any wave of change with curiosity and a sense of show me what's behind the update. Show me what you are unlocking within me. So the updates are not always super agreeable. Some are fun, mainly when they're happening in a vortex, like right now, when we work in a group, whether you're 2, 3, 10, 100, doesn't matter. It makes the vortex, I shouldn't say safer because it's not the term, but more solid, because held by many, many, many souls and many higher selves and many light beings. Like, we're really multiplying the intergalactic support, or the multidimensional support, by 100. It's very different when you do it on your own, but when you do it in a setting, then the impact, the changes it implies is less rocky. So, but it's life, we don't always control those upgrades. As I said, they're not always triggered by us, by our own mission, by our own journey. So maybe my question to you right now is, do you sense that again we have reached another level of intuitive empowerment? It's true that those who are beginning this journey might not fully know what I talk about, because they don't have any notion they can refer to, they cannot compare. But those of you who have been on this journey of recovering your intuitive abilities and reconnecting to all that you are, do you see that again, since the beginning of this year, it's still another process. It's still another awakening process. I would love to read your impressions and comments about that. But all I can say is that as soon as you enter the dance, as soon as you enter the process of awakening, so meaning remembering your multidimensionality, which also means developing your intuitive powers for self and then for others. Once you enter this, you can slow it down consciously, but you have entered the vortex of change. Even those who are not aware fully of their intuitive powers, but they're cool about that, they're not interested, but they're not blocking it, or already in our vortex. So the vortex may spin upward like that. So of course, some are at the base and others a bit higher. And again, doesn't mean it's better or worse. Some people will start their awakening process way later than you and will bypass the expression of their unique intuitive selves simply because they dedicate so much time every day and they're excited and they do everything to know more, to unlock more. So it's not when we did it, but we're all at a different level. So Melinda says, I feel the energies are moving very quickly now and very efficiently. Yeah. And we will have that conversation, I'm pretty sure, in a month or less. And we will say the same thing. Eventually, I will have to find, or they will have to give me other adjectives to describe what's happening, but feel it as that the new energies right now are happening more frequently, like the upgrades are happening more frequently. So your physical self needs to react. Not that you will receive more upgrades if you're not ready to integrate the first ones, but if you don't integrate them as they come, you might feel that there's a queue of intuitive upgrades waiting for you. So you might feel like a certain urgency to really stop and maybe take care of that aspect of your reality. But it's never to hurt you or never to push you. It's just to let you know, hey, You have 5 upgrades waiting for you right now. So it's of course it's I'm just sharing it with a lot of humor here, but it will happen more often. And as we do this, our ability to integrate them physically and energetically will become more potent. So whatever could have been overwhelming a month or 2 or 6 months ago will feel like you will integrate it like a snap of your fingers. It will be like, oh, okay, I feel it. Okay, let's move on. And that same kind of energy may have taken a few days for your body to integrate all that. So we're prepared. Gaia's preparing us for that. And that's why she's moving too. And we feel her so much from the soles of our feet and energetically that our bodies are also getting ready for this. So Giselle says the process is so different and your words are so helpful. Yeah, thank you. And they're not fully my words, but they do help me too. Because yeah, it's reassuring, but at the same time, it's more than that. It's just activating, really activating. To remember that Gaia is changing and going through her process is ultra impactful, and I am aware of it. Yeah, thanks for sharing this too. It's yeah, as I said again in the masterclass, not in the masterclass, but in the class this morning, and I know some of you will have access to it. It describes very well the energies that are coming from Gaia and from different planets, and they're all going through their own shift. Because if one is upgrading itself energetically, somehow it's sending another frequency, and it's like they're all neighbors, you know, so they impact one another, and we receive that. It's going through us, it's moving us, it's a little bit of a wave. But again, if you're well surrounded, if you take care of yourself, and at this point, and I don't say that to preach what I offer, and that's also a reason why a lot of people like me are emerging. It's to help people who are awakening so they don't get lost, and they don't get lost in the process and like, what am I supposed to do now? We're here to take them wherever they are and say, don't worry about it. That's part of the process. Come into my vortex. I'm being used in a loving way to generate vortexes where people, light workers and intuitives, can come in so they can feel energetically supported as they integrate their own upgrades. It's not a safe place because there's no danger whether you're in my vortex or not, but it's like a cushion. It means that you will absorb your physical, energetic, and emotional upgrades a lot smoother. You will get probably answers to questions you had around the actual process. You won't have to dig into books, into many sources of information to understand that. Yeah, it brings a sense of this is a place where what I create, like many other light workers are creating, this is a place where you feel you won't bounce back and forth into the wall and it will be like, oh, another upgrade. What am I supposed to do? You will gently rock instead of knocking your head everywhere, trying to figure everything out. Through me, you get the information. You get even details because they think it's important for us to know. You get details around what's happening with Earth, what is happening with humans, what's happening with planets, what's happening with the Galactic Federation, if that is important for us to know. So it's holding the frequency high enough so you can easily come into the vortex, receive what you're supposed to receive, upgrade yourself in a very loving and uplifted environment, go back, do your stuff, and come back whenever there's a necessity. So I created different platforms where people come regularly twice a month and sometimes more, so they don't have to wait for a moment where they feel, oh, I feel a little bit depleted, I'm a bit lost, maybe I should go in Natalie's vortex or any other person you you like to connect with. They kind of guided me to simply open the vortex a little bit wider a few times a month, so people can feel like, okay, I don't know what happened to me, but we are stabilizing the energies, we're helping the integration. Then you go on. It's kind of a, a gas station. The ideal is not to wait for your tank to be empty. It's nice to know that you have a gas station every 20 kilometers or whatever. This is what we're creating here. Every week I'm here in this group, in the Abundant and Leading Lightworker group. And there's more in my membership, and there's more for those who really, 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 really want and upgrade themselves more rapidly and more seriously. So I'm just waiting to see if there's anything else to say, but they're just saying trust, but know that your soul purpose will change and evolve. But what you feel is like, oh my God, it's amazing. I could work with these energies for, a whole year. Chances are that in a month, you will have upgraded everything. And it might not be like always massive upgrades. And actually, it's better like that. I think it's better when it's progressive and incremental instead of downloading us massively. And that's what used to happen when there were no platforms, there were no vortexes or no people offering a similar space, I should say. You had to look for a space, a group, a community, an environment that was offering this. And sometimes you had to travel to go to those places and attend that. Now, I come here every week and more, and I have so many other, platforms and containers, but beyond me, there's so many ways you can upgrade yourself. There's so many ways you can feel that instead of receiving one massive upgrade every 6 months, like so massive that you're aware it's happening to you, which is a lot harder to integrate, which could put you out of balance because you don't know what's happening, and suddenly your soul purpose you were so sure about doesn't make as much sense anymore. I do feel that it's way, way more important and healthier emotionally, physically, and spiritually to come to a space regularly where you feel that you are supported in your awakening. Whether you do that on your own with friends because you have created your own vortex, or you enter a vortex. Myself, whenever I'm lucky because I have created tiny little vortexes with one person here and there, and it changes. I know that in a few months it will be different, but I have my little cocoons where I can interact with others, but I will say less and less. And surprisingly, this is what is changing in me, less and less. I find myself that I need less people to interact with and talk about my evolution because I like my company. And it's not an ego statement. It's just that I have a question, I get an answer. I feel emotionally drained, I can ask and have an answer. So there are times where I feel overwhelmed and I'm happy to have one or two friends in that field who are guiding me, but that's me now. But I have you guys too. And the fact that I come here and exchange that energy with you where we both, you as a group and me, so we all channel together, is also part of my own upgrading process, because I answer my mission, because I do something that intuitively feels right. So I confirm myself that I'm on the right track. So yeah, and it doesn't matter whether you have only met those people online at this point. Look, we're having fun. Most of you I haven't met in person, and I love you. Doesn't change anything. It's still powerful. Okay, Giselle says, I do feel that it would be powerful to travel and come together with you in our community. Road trip, well, I'm ready for road trips. I just need to have enough people looking for that. And I don't think people are yet ready for that. I do feel that somewhere around a year from now, and we'll see how things are evolving, but you need a certain amount of people to do that. And but if that's feasible, I would love to. Of course, I would love to hug people in person. And yes, it would be quite different. It would be different. You'll start saving. Yeah. Put some money aside. But yeah, as long as there's enough people interested, and that's something people can do. If ever you realize that there's people in your area, or at least in a city that is easy of access for the majority of people, of course, we could create a retreat. And what would be interesting about an in-person meeting, and don't worry, I thought of that a long time, and I tried that locally, but I'm less and less connected with people locally. And now most of the people I know from outside Vancouver Island, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. So it was not that popular when I tried something here, but what would be good is that the body would be involved. There would be a lot of moving. There would be, you would upgrade this body, this vehicle, so we can receive more guidance. So it will be a different experience, but thank you for putting this out there. I want it, but it's nice to know that some of you guys might be interested. So let me know if you have any questions. Oh, somebody says, still working on my mission other than raising the frequency of others. You don't have to raise the frequency of others, whomever you are, beautiful one, by raising your own frequency, which is a very vague term, I do admit. Raising your frequency simply means listen authentically to who you are and what you want at the moment the feeling emerge within you. So it means whatever you receive as intuitive insights, make sure that you follow up with an action, whatever it is. Meet a new person, buy a new book, listen to one of my pre-recorded sessions, or anything else. Even if it has apparently nothing to do with the spiritual awakening, follow up on this. It is crucial, because spiritual awakening does not always come through channeled experiences. Actually, we're channeling all the time. We don't know. So focus on just you, getting clear around the connection with your higher self, learning how your higher self speaks to you, and focus on you. It's not a selfish thing to develop your own intuitive abilities. Why? Because when you clearly express what you sense, what you receive, and you feel strong about that because it has been talking to you for quite a while, so it means you're feeling solid, that it's your higher self speaking to you, then just saying who you are activates people. And when they're activated, you automatically raise their frequency. You don't do it per se. It's not you switching them on. It's your energy meeting their sparks. That's it. Something is turned on. So it's very unconscious from your part, but it is happening. So you don't have to do anything for them. It's happening as you grow personally. Okay. Question, what if anything are the events like the earthquakes are doing? Yeah. So Giselle, you are in my membership, the Multidimensional Lightworker community. This is being answered. You will know everything. It's actually very emotional because Gaia is cracking up, but cracking up like Hulk. expanding, and I don't like this anymore. I'm shaking it off. So it's really, really, really sad. It's really disturbing, but it's part of a process that is not fully known, as not only Gaia's involved in this. So I won't develop this, as it's like a full hour pretty much on this, and it's quite interesting. Yes, listen to this, because you'll see everything that is involved in what seemed to happen weather-wise and geologically. Thank you for being there for us. Your space is very calming and nurturing. Thank you. And depends when you come. Sometimes it's highly activating. Or sometimes there's some light language. You feel like, what, wait. So it's whatever we all need. But what you can be certain of, this vortex, which is going through me, I'm not consciously creating it, is to help you feel supported as you awaken, as you raise your frequency, as you understand more what you're here to do. That is the main goal of this vortex. Through this, information comes through, activations come through, you get clearer and clearer and clearer. But that's the goal. It's like home. It's one home, many homes you have. This is one of them. There will always be loving energies, and never we're talking even about what feels negative in a negative way. So it stays in your field, and it generates some kind of awareness. Okay, this is heavy, but it's leading me to move there. There's always a beautiful impact there. Yes, it's coming to a home. There's many, many homes, and this is one of them. So it's your secondary home. Look, we're manifesting abundance. We can have homes everywhere. So I will let you go with this, and thank you for being here. Just take note that I won't be live the next 2 Tuesdays. I won't be available, but I will come. I will definitely share some stuff, videos and some posts, and because I'm constantly triggered, I'm constantly receiving new data. So I will share that with you, but it probably won't be on Tuesdays at the same time for the next 2 weeks. So just simply, I'll try to tag people along so something new is being uploaded. If not, just have a look at what is happening on social media in my world. For those of you who want to work with me, I'm just going to rapidly tell you what's happening right now. It's changing, it's evolving, and there are 2 things. Right now, for those of you who want to work with me one-on-one while still enjoying all my group containers, so the Lightworker, the Multidimensional Lightworker Mentorship, and the program, which helps you elevate your frequency so you get closer to your soul purpose and mission, I created a package, and it will be available for a few days. Why? Because I just offer them when I have time, and they might change. So it's 1 session with me and 3 months access to my 2 official containers until I come back in March with the upgraded version of the Abundant Lightworker experience. And that will be something nobody experienced, not even myself. All I have is the plan, the topics, the modules. Everything will be channeled live. There will be a little bit of private channelings, and there will be also group sessions. It will be it's almost like a third offering, a third vortex, a third container. And I wanted to do that over 10 months. Then I received indications, no, do that in less time. So I'll see if I can package it in 4 months, but it will be like, we will go through every possible aspect of the awakening process for Lightworkers specifically, but matching the actual vibrations. So it's going to be another way of approaching this journey. And that will be definitely coming up in March. And until then, there's many ways, but contact me if ever you feel you're ready to either work in the membership, so at your own pace, at your own time, no pressure, or one-on-one, and then it's 3 months and we need to book an appointment, or just the course and then there's no group meetings. You do that on your own and you're totally autonomous there. All right, beautiful ones. So I wish you a wonderful day. I will just post the links here in the comments so you guys can know where to go if you want to see the descriptions. And until then, I will see you definitely in the next 20 days, but at different times on different days. Until then, I send you all my love. I'm losing my voice. And I'm just saying goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Hasta pronto. Love you all. Bye-bye.